Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Dishonored, Blind. Now there's a person here who seems to be a civilian. I'll approach and try to talk to him. Oh, actually I stole from him instead. Are you...
Help me!
Okay, I'm sorry, but you have to be neutralized for the time being. High Overseer Stephen Gainsford. His mind was a sharp light piercing the gloom, first to discover the discordant stake scale. A champion against the forces of corruption, died testing a harness designed to protect the wearer from high falls. They seem to be rather unlucky, those overseers. Scott Grafton, he drove back the darkness so that we might have peace. First overseer to forge into Pandysia, to purge darkness wherever it may be found. Died of the plague, cremated with Holgar's opal to honor his battle with the plague. Gwen Horcroft, High Oracle. Her insights aligned us in our time of greatest need. First woman inducted. Founded the Oracular Order. Succumbed to madness. It's interesting that they would still honor her after falling into madness. They don't strike me as a particularly tolerant kind of religious order. High Overseer Ry Madsen, by his innovation, do our ranks now swell, initiated the trials of aptitude, defenestrated during the night of flung shutters. Tynan Wallace, his fires left nothing behind but the righteous and true, led the first of the great trials, tortured and burned over 1,000 heretics, died in bed of old age. High Oracle Dahlia Summons. Her inquisitive mind left nowhere for corruption to hide. First woman of the Sudden blood to join the order, opened relations with Sarkonos, and founded the Oracular Chapel there, assassinated by the agents of the Outsider. To the meeting chamber, archive room, interrogation room. Will he go to the bottom of the stairs or turn? He will go to the bottom of the stairs. That's good to know. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening with those bodies. Like, they are literally disappearing. High Overseer's meeting chambers. Okay, so this is just the other staircase. That's the alarm, right? I will rewire that just so that it doesn't work in case they discover me.
Did you get caught in the lockdown last night?
6 hours. Searched the place top to bottom. And nothing to eat but the swill we hand out free. Of course we didn't find it.
Did I ever tell you? One time one of the second floor shutters got stuck open, and I thought I could slip out. I couldn't find a way down. By the time I got back, it had snapped shut. I spent the rest of lockdown out on a ledge.
Maybe the outsider was watching.
Dice.
I don't want to go to the meeting chambers yet, because I've been told that's where the overseer is, and I want to find the tools for the branding before I go and find him. Yeah, meeting chambers. I will check the archive though. There's one guy studying some documents and whatever.
Back to the beginning. It was Martin's plot to break him out of Coldridge Prison. That's clear enough. But why Corvo? The one man feared throughout the Empire. He's as skilled as they say. He got through there with half the watch looking for him. He had help, yes, but how far does it go? Betrayal goes to Martin, but Martin knows everyone. Everywhere.
The movements of Corvo Attano returned after an official deployment of roughly 2 months. After departure from Bristol, mission included stops at other major isles at the behest of the Empress Jessamine Caldwin, arrived bearing ill news, immediately apprehended for her murder. A last confirmed sighting, entered sewers underneath Coldridge Prison, after escaping execution under unusual circumstances. Testimony from citizen, Trey Dover, confidence moderate, unconfirmed, person matching subject's description, seen conversing with an unknown woman during the front gates of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. Benjamin Harreby, low, person matching subject description, seen fraternizing with ox herds just outside the city. Charlotte Cadenhead, overheard conversation implying one of the parties involved had knowledge of the subject. Suspected alliances none known. Recommendation: search of the estate district based on the subject's prior position of authority and privilege. I wonder if I'll ever get to visit my home. I read that already. Trials of Aptitude in the past. Which way will he go? Back down or this way? Interrogation room key. Okay, this is pretty useful. Okay, I read that already. Confiscation log. Archibald Pelling, effigy of the Lord Regent, sentenced to 3 years of imprisonment. Beatrice Gold, collection of animal skulls carved with pictographic sigils, home confiscated. Charles Hanley, Book of Rituals, home and property seized, banished to the flooded district. Unbranding heretics is exactly what I wanted. The heretic brand is reserved for those overseers who have committed heinous acts against the order but have not broken codes that would otherwise result in execution. No contact aid or shelter can be given to the one bearing the brand, that person is forevermore unwelcome to the Abbey and its affiliates. When used, the brand is applied to the forehead, so all can see the sins of the recipient. The chemical compound acts immediately, scarring the heretic for the remainder of life. The interrogation room here at the office of the High Overseer stands ready for branding ritual should the need arise. The recipient must be strapped into the interrogation chair and restrained as the brand is applied. The heretic brand itself is to be stored in the same room. Okay, so I have to render him unconscious, and then I can brand him in the interrogation room. But first I should learn where the interrogation room is before I... Oh, it's right here. Okay. It's nice to know. Okay, I read that already.
What we have is a man, aged 30 perhaps, slender, unusual tattooing on the face and chest, probably superstitious heresy, wearing some sort of industrial mask when we brought him in, stolen out of one of the whaling factories from the look of it. You're one of Dowd's men, aren't you? Caught at last? Give us a name at least. What's wrong with his eyes? Opium? Laudanum? Are you with us? What's he doing? Some kind of fit? He's gone. Here it is, a pin, hidden in one of his gloves. Subject has administered some kind of poison. The effects seem to have been lethal.
The Great Trials. Except from an overseer's findings, spending 2 years in the company of heretics, the insane, and those rare black-hearted villains who are truly practitioners of magic, I can say with truth that I have seen things as to break the minds of most. While the trials and burnings weigh heavy upon my heart, I must chronicle what has been a unique opportunity to witness the multifarious perversions that the outsider bestows upon those who seek his black counsel. Many of those we faced were accused of bewitching their neighbors or family, controlling them from afar, and even walking around in their skins. And I have seen this with my own eyes, as one woman slid into the form of another, prowling unseen until a vigilant overseer struck down both the witch and her host. Others, detailed herein, were found to stand in 2 places seemingly at once, or to vanish from one place and appear in another. Our work was dire, we knew, for if the followers of the outsider could truly inhabit the skin of another, or move from place to place like the wind, then how can we hope to erect walls to keep him out? It was these trials that has first led us to investigate the barriers beyond the physical. Okay, I think I'm ready to go and look for Overseer Campbell. Now I'm supposed to try and save Kerno as well, which I will.
I trust you. Men will come. Stop playing and come out at once.
Oh great, that didn't work at all.
What the fuck?
Can I somehow catch them before they run into the courtyard and alert like everyone?
Someone get over here! Firing!
Not quite. Where even is Campbell? Okay, to be honest, just kill me at this point because they blew one of their. How does he see me outright? Like, you'd think he would not look that high up.
I trust you, Jones. I hear the watch is having trouble holding the side streets. Bunch of children. Men will come. You? Who are you?
Wait, did I kill him? No, I just made him unconscious, but where's the rest of them? Blackmail journal, okay, I'll read that shortly, but first I need to... Okay, that was totally not the way I wanted it to do it, but I guess it worked out after a fashion, so I'll take this. Before I leave though, are there any... Oh yeah, there's another room. Okay, I'll... Will he stay here? I'll save, just in case. Actually, I'll save manually. Supposedly there's one more somewhere. No, actually two more. Interesting. But not on this level though, from the looks of it. Okay, I'll brand Campbell then and be on my way, I guess. Although that seems very far-fetched to me. Okay, I guess I'm ready to leave. I'll do just that then. Can I put myself behind him? I can, and it's kind of cool. Okay, I read that already. I could just go through here, I guess. I will. I'm still missing 2 runes, which is a bit worrisome to me. Okay, that didn't that didn't exactly work the way I wanted it to. To be honest, I have no idea where the runes might be if they don't display when I pull out the heart. Oh well. I guess I'll have to live with not finding them. Wait, where is he? In the overseer's backyard. So, what you're telling me is that I went all of this way entirely pointless. And I guess indeed there is. Okay, there's a rune and 2 bone charms here.
Where have the overseers gone? They wade through chest-high waters with their hounds. Somewhere near, a man has just taken his last breath. His eyes are still open.
Choking is faster. Okay, this is pretty useful actually. I'll change this for this. Call to the Spheres, Volume 1. I read that already before. Okay, that's where he is, but I don't want to go back yet. Not before I pick up the rune, at the very least. Can I choke a dog is the question. I can't. Did anybody hear that is another question. Not quite. Which is good. But it also means I need to... Is this hound totally disinterested in trying to eat me? Because I would prefer not to waste a sleeping dart if I can avoid it. Combination update. I've updated the combination on the bunkhouse safe again. It's 203. As treasurer, it's up to you to make sure it stays secret this time. Don't leave this letter lying around, which is exactly what they did. I read this already before.
Misery. Everywhere.
You're just feeling off, that's all.
It's no use. I'm sick. I can taste blood. It's been days. You know what you have to do.
Stop it. I'll give you my share of elixir.
Nonsense. I don't want to bleed from the eyes and lose my mind. I don't want to spread the plague to anyone else. Don't fall prey to restless hands. I'm asking you to do this because you've known me for so long. Can you do it? Will
Yes, my friend. I will. Before you weep. Before you bring down the rest of us.
Thank you.
Turn your back, my friend. Recite the 7 strictures. I will make it fast.
Restrict the wandering eyes that look hither and yonder for some flashing thing that easily can...
What brings calamity in the next?
Rat! Damn you!
Ah! I shit bigger than
Wow, the speed of the choking is really greatly upgraded. Bartholomew, I'm sick of mopping your floors and dusting your shelves. All of this in hopes of receiving the crumbs of knowledge that you cast my way. If you think I'm going to wait around forever... Hi Artificer of Bartholomew, I would appreciate if you would consider promoting me to your apprentice formally, so that I might work with you full time. So he was drafting all of those letters of trying to, loudly express his disapproval, and then he ended up with a bit of a flattering, sort of polite request. This is with regards to me being chosen for the position of your apprentice. If you don't mind, I would appreciate it if you looked at my records of service over the last several months. You will find I have been I was visited by Holger himself in my dreams last night. He told me I was to do great works for the Abbey, to cast out darkness wherever I find it, to help arm my brothers with weapons that reach beyond the physical and into the very heart of the outsider. I think that I am ready for this task. The Young Prince of Tivia. I read that already, it's a play.
For the restless hand shall be raised against the common good.
Okay, it's 203. Edmund, it has come to my attention that you know where my sanctum is. If I catch you loitering by the statue of Holger again, hoping to run into and perhaps liaise with one of my guests, I'll have you branded a heretic and cast out of the city. Wyndham, last night was wonderful. I am right at this moment imagining your arms around me and your breath on my neck. I feared for our lives when your fellow overseers found us, but you proved resourceful as always. And no, I won't take your slurs and threats personally, for I know you were merely trying to throw off any suspicion they may have had of us. I hope to see you again soon, perhaps in 2 nights when you have leave once more. Okay, so apparently being gay is still seen as wrong if they had to hide it. Although I guess maybe they are supposed to be celibate. It is a religious order.
She has to see reason.
Dear Harold, I don't generally do this, but I came across a letter your parents sent when you were first taken to Whitecliff. Remember that we have rules in place to spare you the decision of trying to make contact with them. We can no longer walk among those we seek to protect. If you would at least read this letter to him, though your motives may be just, we know he's probably scared right now, and we are unable to be there for him. Son, we miss you. We're so sorry we can't come up to you now and take you from wherever they've stolen you away. Be strong, son. We know you'll see your way through. Please remember us and try to find us when you're free. What? Why would you show him excerpts from that letter that proves that his parents are actually, you know, worried about him and they're in despair over him being stolen away as a child to join this religious order? Why would you? I found one of our brothers attempting to put a package in the post boxes for the others to find. I believe it to be the evidence of your sister's involvement in witchcraft you spoke to me about. I attempted to stop them, but he insisted that I would burn for her crimes if I was attempting to cover her deeds. You should warn her. If I see the two of you flee the city, see if the two of you can flee the city before they reach her. Your friend and brother. concerning the crossbows, we initially thought it a great find when we came across the crossbows that the assassins had been using to harry our patrols. The models we found, however, have proven lacking. Dodd's men have greater accuracy and range, and I swear theirs reload faster. I'm recommending that we stick with pistols and sabers, and count this as a lesson in where our strengths lie. Metaphysica Mysterium. It is said that we should not sully our hands when combating the forces of the void. My studies have been deemed heretical by my brothers, but the rewards have been invaluable. I have harnessed the same energies employed by the outsider and his accursed followers while avoiding their corruption. I will prescribe a twofold method in this text. Indirection. As the unwholesome powers of the outsider use living flesh as conduit, we can avoid being tainted by using the flesh of others instead. Containment. By using channels and barriers, we can focus the void energies in raw state, shielding them from the perverse perspectives of the outsider. I left you a copy of the ancient music so you may familiarize yourself with the principles I am employing in this latest variation of Holger's device, or the music box as the men call it. As you should know, it produces harmonies that render heretical energies or magic inert through counterbalancing mathematical principles. Read the book and then make yourself useful by finding some subjects to test it on. The city is choked with corruption and superstition, so I trust you won't have to look too far. Is it really a music anti-magic device? Magic will not work. Huh, it is! Okay, that's actually kind of impressive. I am impressed. Is there a key in that bottle? Yes. I've seen the harnesses you've been devising in that workshop of yours. If you plan to strap explosives to my precious hounds and make living bombs out of them, you can count me out of your plan. I am the master of the hounds here, and without my training, they will never do as you request.
We cannot doubt the effectiveness of Holger's device, or the mathematical beauty of the music itself. We've seen it in action against the forbidden practices too many times to deny it. But the question no one wishes to ask is the incantation itself black magic? The boxes are priceless, but what's inside?
Throughout the natural world, there are ripples that we can barely perceive with our senses. In ancient music, permeating everything as a fundamental structural rules. Through it, you can work wonders without violating the natural world or begging favors from unfriendly spirits. Throughout my studies, I have found a 17-note scale derived from this phenomenon, and with the right equipment, these notes allow for astonishing effects. Not the least of these is the ability to calm the turbulence originating in the void, which we attribute to the outsider. New upgraded perils, improved armor. Would would you see to it that this valve gets installed in that little supply depot by the loading docks? The men have been grumbling about this thing for what must be months now, as if there were anything of value on the other side of that door it's supposed to open. Keep quelling problem like this for me, and you yet might make an apprentice. Well, it's probably used for something. Great. Oh, come on. I don't really fancy using 4 sleeping darts just to get rid of those dogs. Okay, this is the one that's missing a crank. But that's literally pointless. I've been here from the other side. Although I have not read this, so maybe it's good that I returned. For most, the outsider is nothing but a child's tale, meant to instill fear from beyond beyond the family and the community. When I was young, my mother and I were on the run, moving from one village or sea town to the next, camping in the woods for weeks, always with the cursed overseers at our backs. At night she told me of her dreams, of the empty place where the outsider whispered to her. With each visit, her craft grew until she could see things through the eyes of moths and unlock a door or a window latch from outside the house. I will find this empty place. Somehow the key to open the void will fall into my hands. In time, I will learn the secret, and he will call to me as he called to her. Call me a heretic for my studies. Drag me to your stone-cold cell. Whip my flesh and put me on trial as an apostate. Burn my body to ash. But I will continue to seek the realm of which my mother spoke. It's my life's meaning. I managed to steal away one of the charms they were smashing in a warehouse A. Smashing them. Such beautiful and powerful things. And my brothers have no idea. They will never find me back here though. Nobody ever comes back here. I can break up the door and they will never find me. It is all mine. Okay, to be honest, I should be okay just to jump into the water from here, right? Okay, I think I'm ready to leave. Oh, no, there's still a bone charm. Okay, so it's somewhere past the workshop. Oh, come on. Water of life. Drinking from fountains recharges a small amount of health. I don't really care that much. I have 4 runes. Okay, so I'll take this. Overall movement speed is increased. Seems pretty useful. And now I'll go for... for an upgrade to Blink, maybe? Trevor, we're going to need another shipment of tools to destroy those accursed bone charms. Though we managed to break down over a dozen last month, more are coming in from all over Crystal, and the things are remarkably resilient. I was asked, should we not tolerate the possession of simple bone charms among the populace? Surely this is a trivial matter, merely a cultural practice seen across the Isles. Not as terrible as the creation and coveting of more complex occult runes. Such an insidious question. The foolish distinction weakens our mission, while the stench of the outsider grows thick around us. Perhaps, as some claim, our ancestors tolerated these cursed practices during the times before our modern empire arose, to ease the lives of the lowliest serfs as they paved the roads to civilization. But there is no excuse for witchery in this brighter industrial age. Having adjudicated the trials of many a heretic myself, I swear that their eyes, as the clarity of pain took their lives, were grateful to be liberated. Okay, now I'm pretty sure I'm ready to leave. Okay, but I will conclude the mission and continue next time.
It's Samuel. I'm here.
Because this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.